I'm excited to be welcome on one of the top rising prospects in 2022, one of the newest members of Blair Academy. What's going on today, bro?
Nothing much. I'm doing good. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Well, obviously, we'll get into the recruiting. It's been hectic and busy for you. But one of the biggest things, obviously, a big move. You're transferring out of Blair. What's it feel like? What went into this decision?
I'm very excited. I just want to take the next step for my career and just like play at the highest level. And I know Blair is good both academic and athletically, so I'm really just excited for that.
And you're a member of 2022, and you're going to be joined by a guy that's going to be a top 100 kind of guy already in Jalen Blakes. You have Kyle. You have Gak. You have a lot of guys, and now you jump into this move as well. How excited to kind of get your chemistry with those guys and see what you guys can accomplish?
I'm just so excited. Like we talk all the time, just so excited for the season to come. We're all doing our part and getting better and just making sure that next year is a real special year. So I'm really excited.
And what's your bond like with the other two guards, Jalen and Kyle?
Those are my guys. Jalen, I actually played with him since I was in like second grade, so we go back, way back. And Kyle, we just started talking like last year, but we're cool, we're tight, so we have a good bond.
And with you being an additional piece to that team, it's going to be another massive guy. Obviously last year they were already a great team. They obviously had Jabri that wasn't able to play with most of the year. But you kind of get to be the next kind of Jabri for them. What do you guys kind of expect you to accomplish and get done next year?
Well, really, I think that the team we have, we can really make a long run where we could win a lot of games. And I really want to go undefeated next year. So I know last year they came up short in their states. So I want to make sure that we win that this year, this upcoming year. So those are the little goals that I want to accomplish.
People obviously see the way high school basketball's become in terms of transferring a lot, seeing movement, and you're one of the first pieces. Are there other guys you know of that might be coming in to join you guys next year?
As of right now, I don't know any dudes in my class that are coming, but I think there are a couple of freshmen that are coming in. Uh, I think Skinner Ian, he's coming in too with me. That's it really.
Gotcha. And you obviously had a big time year last year, a massive breakout from your freshman season. What was last year's the year like?
Last year was great. It was a year I'll always remember because even since the beginning of the year, we wanted it to be a statement year, and I think it really was. Even all the main guys and all the guys that came off the bench, like we all did our thing. It was really just great. We made a run at the end. Unfortunately, it was cut short, but we all had fun and we all did our thing.
And you guys had a lot of talent. One of the top guys, also Trey Patterson, was out there. What was your bond like with him, and just what was it like go to battle with those guys every day?
It was really good. We were all competitive. Practice was all we were all going at each other, but it was really just great playing with those guys because they're next level players too. So it was good just being able to see them and being able to compete with them every day and being able to play with them on the court. It was just good.
And coming from your freshman year, it was kind of adjustment year. Last year, you came on average 15 points a game, almost 7 rebounds, 2 assists, almost 3 steals a game. What kind of led into that breakout year for you?
Well, I had high expectations for freshman year, and it wasn't. I really didn't meet them. So the next year, I just worked very hard just to translate those expectations I had for my freshman year and put even higher expectations on for my sophomore year. So that I was really just determined to like put my name out on the scene, and I think I did so. So I was really just really focused on just bettering myself from freshman to sophomore year.
And so, as we talked about, you made the move to Blair now. What led to that decision? Why did you decide to make the move this past year?
Um, my brother, he went to Blair too, so I've always been connected with Blair at some point, and I've really just been watching them and just seeing like how they play in their system. And I really just want to play in that. So when I had the opportunity, I really just jumped at it because the Coach Mantegna, go way back with him because my brother, and I just really like the way he coaches and all the guys. So that really just pushed me.
Were there any other schools you were kind of considering, or was it just to Blair?
Nah, yeah, it was just Blair really. Yeah,
Gotcha.
it was just.
And now you talk about heading into your junior season. Off the season I just talked about you kind of had. What's the next level for you? What do you think you're capable of putting up next year in terms of averages?
Um, Well, for me, I really just want to. I mean, my name's out in Jersey already, and it's somewhat in the country, but I really just want to put my name out even more. But for averages, I mean, whatever I average will be fine. I really just want to help the team, and just like the goals that we have, I just want to help and do whatever I can to make sure we accomplish those. But I mean, if my averages are good, then that's good. But I'll just do it.
I know obviously one of the first rankings did come out, one of the more expanded ones for 2022. You didn't make the top 60, and I know that's something a lot of people expect you to be somewhere in there. When you look at your class, where do you see yourself rank up?
I mean, this year coming, a lot of people are going to see what I can do, and I believe 100% that by the end of this year, I'm going to be on there. I'm going to be there for sure. But if they didn't see it now, then they'll see it when we play. But I believe me and my guy Kai, I believe that we're both top 60 in the country, and we're going to show them for sure by the end of this year.
Alex, I mean, you are still one of the most underrated guys in your class. For people that don't necessarily know you on the West Coast, other places, what do you bring to a team?
I bring leadership. I'm always positive. Um, on the court, I could score, I could rebound, I could pass, I could do all that. But if anyone's down, I could bring them up. I'm really just a good player to play with. I feel like if need anything on the court, I'm not selfish, so I really could just do it. I could do it all really.
And obviously, being where you're at, you're in New Jersey, a state that's called one of the best states in all the country for basketball. Where do you think New Jersey ranks up?
I think Jersey's the best. I mean, all the best talent comes out of Jersey. We still have the best talent, I believe. Um, I feel like just Jersey guards, just Jersey players in general are different. Like we come with a different type of intensity. We're aggressive, we're all killers. So I just think Jersey's the best.
And that first part you said that obviously Jersey guards, that's mostly what you guys are known for, East Coast guys as well as West Coast, California guys. What's the difference between California, West Coast point guards, shooting guards, and what East Coast, New Jersey guards?
I mean, I haven't really played a lot of people out here, but I can speak on Jersey. Like we have a different type of like edge. Like our mentality is really different, and we just want to kill all the people. We just want to kill really like all the people that we want, like we play against. But Cali, I'm sure they have their good players on that too. But I just feel like they don't compare.
The other big state that's right next to you guys is New York, which they kind of get a lot of the big flash and flare because of them being New York City and all. Who's better between you guys and New York?
I mean, yeah, New York they're really good too. They're gritty, competitive, but I feel like talent wise, Jersey still has it. I mean, like for the states, it's really Jersey, Philly, and New York. Those are three states that go at it a lot. But I feel like Jersey always comes on the top just because of the talent that we produce and how our mentality is really.
And you have a lot of guys growing up from New Jersey. I can imagine you get to watch probably some guys like Kyrie Irving, but who's some of the guys you look to that you kind of want to model the game after, you kind of want to be like?
Well, from Jersey, I used to watch a lot of Nazi, Briscoe. I love Briscoe a lot. So those two guys, I try and combine both of those games, and yeah, I watch them a lot.
Absolutely. And I know for you, this past AU year would have been a big year for you, something you probably would have wanted to go to team final. What would you want to be able to achieve and accomplish if you were able to go play this year?
Um, Really just to show people how versatile I am. That's for me. How versatile I am scoring and just being a good teammate. Could do everything off the ball and on the ball. But for team, we came short in Peace Jam last year, so we really wanted to get back to that and just win it all. Because we could have won it last year, but we came short. But this year, everybody was hungry for it, so I really believe that we we're gonna win it. But obviously, stuff happens. But next time we get on the court, we're gonna beat for sure.
Do you think there's going to be any AU games or some kind of tournament out there?
I hope so. I mean, I'm hearing some stuff. We're gonna have some games in August and into September, but nothing's final yet. So I'm just being really hopeful.
Gotcha. And the other probably big thing that's been going on for you is your part 2022, which means it's now been a couple of weeks that coaches could start calling you. I know you've been pulling a lot of offers as well. What's the past couple of weeks been like?
It's been really fun actually. I adjusted to it really quick because this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I've been working for. But it's been hectic. It's been fun. But I'm really just looking forward to really what else the future holds. Because right now this is just all the coaches that have seen me recently. But I'm really just excited for where I continue to go and what coaches continue to come on to me. It's been real fun actually.
And what was that first night like? I know a lot of guys get a lot of calls, especially that first day. Who was the first team to call you and at what time?
Um, I got a call. No, I got a text from Georgia at like 12:03. They're the first school, and then Maryland Eastern Shore was the second school. But then into from 12 into Monday morning, it was call after call. It was very fun.
Did you get much sleep that night?
Uh, I went to sleep at like 1 o'clock. I was just excited, just thinking. But yeah, I got some sleep.
That's awesome. And it's been now a couple of weeks. You have a lot of offers on the table now for you. What's some of the schools that have shown the most interest in you at this point?
Um, I mean, they're all showing a lot of love. I'm not leaning to any school yet. I'm still new to this whole process, but Georgia and Temple are showing a lot of, and George Washington, they're showing a lot of love right now too.
Gotcha. A couple of schools I want to touch up on, or at least topics, is obviously they're not maybe your favorite schools, just overall topics about them is one is something that's a lot of appealing to a lot of guys possibly playing for a guy that's played in the NBA before, a player's coach. You have someone like Georgetown with Coach Ewing, Coach Hoiberg out in Nebraska, a couple other coaches. How appealing is that to possibly be coached by a guy that's once done what you want to do someday?
Oh, it's a great opportunity to have. I mean, like every day I just look back and see, oh, I have the opportunity to go play for these coaches that can help me get to the next level and help me get to where I want to go. And I would just look into it and say like, oh, the resources they have is unlimited. But it's really just great knowing that I have the option to play under those coaches and to have them guide me and tell me like all the good things and what I should do, what I shouldn't do, and how to just like carry myself. Because it's not always about just being on the court and looking good. It's also about character and just how you move. So just it's really just exciting knowing that I can go to a school that has those high profile coaches.
And another one is you have an HBCU school now, something that I think obviously is a big trend right now. A lot of guys are at least showing a lot of interest in them. How appealing is possibly going to an HBCU school in a couple of years to you?
It's very appealing. I mean, when I got the offer, I was really excited, just knowing that I can go to HBCU and just play in front of all those people and play for like my people per se. So I was really just excited knowing that an HBCU just saw something in me and decided to give me the offer. So it's really something I look into for sure.
And that's something that I think a lot of guys have usually taken some kind of visit to one at some point throughout the recruiting process, but it wasn't something anyone seriously considered before. With all this stuff going on right now, has it all made it a lot more appealing in the past couple of months as opposed to maybe getting it in the beginning of the year or last year?
Yeah, I mean, with everything that's going on, I mean, I've always wanted to get an HBCU offer and have the opportunity to go there, but with all that's going on, it's really, yeah, it's appealing. But I'm just gonna keep on looking at my options. If more HBCUs keep on coming in, I'm gonna be excited and looking at those too. But yeah, it's really just great.
And you're also talking to a lot of the other top players right now, and we hear the rumors of the top guys considering them, possibly going to them. Personally, when you're talking to these guys, is that something you think that more and more guys, a handful of guys might start committing in the 2021, 2022, and so on class?
Yeah, I think it's a real possibility. I mean, it really just takes one person to do it, and then right there, it's a trend. So I feel like a lot of people are really looking into it and want to do it. So it'll be really interesting to see where a lot of people go and see what they pick.
Do you personally think someone in the 2021 true class would commit in the top 15, top 20 range to an HBCU?
Um, I mean, I don't know how their recruiting is going, but yeah, I can see it for sure. Yeah, I can 100% see it.
As for schools that have yet to actually extend the offer to you yet, who are some of those schools that you think might be the closest to giving you the offer soon?
Um, I think Georgia is close. That's we've been talking. been communicating a lot, just building a relationship. Same with Ohio State. All these coaches that are contacting me, we're really just building. It's really just building a relationship right now. I've been talking to Miami too, building a relationship the same way. But yeah, maybe in the future, I don't know what they'll do. But yeah, we're talking right now.
Mm-hmm. And you are a combo guard kind of player. When you talk about someone like a Georgia that just we see what they just were able to do with obviously a guy like Anthony Edwards, Miami getting a guy like Lonnie Walker to the next level, just seeing guys at your position, having a coach gets those guys to the NBA. How much more attractive is that school to you when you see a coach is capable of doing that?
It's really attractive because I look at these players that are in the NBA and look at the schools that they attended and look deeper into like the coaching staff and how they play. And if the game matches mine and I see and I believe that I could like play like them, then it's really just an eye opener and it's really appealing because that coach could groom me and get me to that level where they are or maybe even beyond. But it's really appealing just looking and seeing like what how coaches have really helped the players that are in the NBA right now or professionally like overseas, just seeing how they've really helped them grow.
For you personally, what would you say are some of the things that you want to see in a college that's going to help a college land you someday in the future?
Well, for me, I really just want to go into a college that I can go in there and be comfortable, like it's a family, and I don't have to try and like be someone I'm not. I could go in, play my game, or if the first year I have to just be like a good teammate or something, I could do that. But anywhere that really just takes me in and just is like a homey environment, I'll be happy with that.
Who's someone you maybe would like to team up with possibly?
Um, right now, well, me and Kyle, we talk a little bit. That'll be fun to play with him because we're gonna play next year in high school, junior and then senior year. So to keep that going into college, that would be cool. But yeah.
That's huge, man. And one of the last things before I let you go is I know you're outspoken about your faith. I know you're a believer. And just talk about how God's helped you get to the point you're at today.
Well, he's a big part. I mean, a couple of years ago, I would have never seen this coming. Was down bad, doing stuff that I shouldn't have been doing, and he brought me here, and I got to thank him every day because without him, I would really be somewhere else doing stuff that I really shouldn't be doing at all. But I just always make sure every good thing that happens to me, I always give him thanks and thank him for bringing me along this far. So.
And that's something I know a lot of guys are believers, or at least have faith in God, and they're not always as outspoken about you. I mean, I know you obviously have your Instagram name about God. You have a lot of things in terms about God. I mean, what kind of drives you to want to bring that much attention and be that outspoken about your faith?
I mean, I've always grew up in like a church environment. I grew up in the church. My parents are they're Christians. They're strong believers. But I've really just seen the way he's worked in my life and my brothers and my mom and my dad. And I really just want to I really want to show people like how he can work in their life too. And that you need him in your life just because he put us here for a reason and he's not just going to let us be. Like, you need him in your life to do everything that you want to do. So he's just always giving thanks for everything that he's done for you. Even if it's just as simple as waking you up this morning, he's always got to give him thanks.
Amen, man. And as you continue developing, becoming a D1 guy, a pro guy in the future, obviously there's going to be a lot of stuff that could come off the court temptation-wise with being a famous athlete. How do you kind of plan to be able to still continue to spread his light and to stay true to his word?
Well, when I'm older, I really just want to, and when I have my kids, I really just want to keep on passing that down and just spreading the word, even if it's having charity events, all those when I'm older. But I'm always gonna spread the word for sure.
That's awesome, man. That's at least for us. Love my last question then. Obviously, I know you want to build a legacy for yourself, both on and off the court. So, I mean, when you step away from this game in the future, what do you want to remember for what you were able to get done on the court as well as off the court in your community?
Well, on the court, I just want everybody to be able to say, "Oh, playing with Otega was great. Great play. He's a great teammate, great player. Not selfish. I don't want anybody else to say the opposite thing. So I always want to just have that relationship with my teammates where they can always say good thing and positive things about me when I'm not there. But off the court, I want to be obviously I want more than an athlete. I want to do a bunch of things. From where I'm from, I'm from Nigeria. I want to do a bunch of things there. I just want to be known more than just a basketball player. So,
Is there something specifically like a dream you've had about possibly building something, or just one specific dream you'd like to do someday back home in Nigeria?
well, I just want to well, as of right now, housing is really an issue in Nigeria right now. So I really want to go there and just build a lot of houses, a lot of homes for old people that don't really have the resources to like take care of themselves. So that's really what I want to do.
That's awesome, man. I'm definitely excited to see what God's got in store for you both on and off the court, man. Can't wait to see what you got to get done next year as well, bro.
Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that.
Anytime, man. You're always welcome on, bro. God bless.